Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, it's windy out. I would have the windows up, but like it's also kind of warm, so we're gonna go with the wind. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna try out food and/or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm gonna yammer on about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? Well, it's pretty obvious, but still, boom! It is my Cold Chamber shirt, which at this point I'm considering essentially vintage. Maybe not quite vintage. Vintage adjacent. I actually got this shirt at the time I'm doing this over 10 years ago now, back when I was in my mid-20s. And if you're unfamiliar with the band Cold Chamber, they've been around actually since the early 90s. They were one of the real progenitor bands of the nu metal style. And some even consider them to be arguably the first, like, true nu metal band. Korn is often, kind of gifted that. But of course, then it gets a little bit weird. You had like hardcore bands and, influences from like Rage Against the Machine, bands like that. And then there's Cold Chamber that was like kind of doing stuff around the same time, but obviously Korn really blew up and just ran away with it. But me personally, I like Korn too, but I definitely am a bigger fan of Cold Chamber. I was fortunate enough, I got to see them, like I said, about over 10 years ago when they first reunited. And then actually just last year, when they finally came back together, they went on tour with with Mudvayne. I got some videos of their set from that show, not the 10-year one, but the last year one, just in case maybe you want to check out some music-related stuff too. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Well, I think this is going to be delicious because it's boom! It is Snapple Strawberry Pineapple Lemonade. Now, folks, y'all know that I love pineapple. Oh, I love pineapple so much. So much so, I have an entire playlist called the Pineapple Playlist. It is just for pineapple-related reviews. This is definitely going to end up on there, even though it's strawberry pineapple. We're going to tag it in. So let's... Funny thing about this is, too, I bought this and completely forgot about it. Like, it just like, disappeared from my mind. Somehow, even though I love pineapple so much. And I just found it today, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to review that. So, oh wait, we gotta do a thing for the thing. Let's do a thing for the thing. Can we do a thing for the thing? Ha 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 ha! Or maybe a little bit more like, ha! Better over here. Ha 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 ha! Options. You'd be surprised at how often I forget to go over there and do my thing for the thumbnail. It's not very often, but it shouldn't happen ever, given how often I do these reviews. And it's got a little Snapple fact. There are 336 dimples on a regulation American golf ball. Fair enough. Ooh. Yeah, it's got a strawberry pine. It's good. I like it. I can get down with this. So when it comes to like the naming conventions of like blended drinks and stuff like that, I'm always very like aware of how they name stuff because in my opinion, when you go over there and you list something in order, that should be the order of kind of the significance, in my opinion. I don't know if that's how it actually works, but in my head, that's how it works. And in this case, that's definitely the case. It says strawberry pineapple. Strawberry is definitely the more prominent flavor, which is a little bit sad for me because, I love fucking pineapple so much. But it's a very nice strawberry flavor. I like strawberry to a point. It's not my favorite fruit. Pineapple is. But I like strawberry, and I think, especially when you blend it with the right stuff, it can be magnificent. In this case, strawberry flavor is nice. I like it. It's got doesn't really have much of a, well, doesn't have, Yeah, okay. So, like I said, strawberry probably the most prominent flavor. The lemonade flavor aspect of it is still very nice, though. Um, it is definitely still a lemonade. It isn't, because in my head I almost was thinking it was like a tea, just because Snapple, that's usually what I associate them with. But no, like it's definitely a lemonade. It has that nice citrusy hit. So basically, kind of the journey that it takes you on is like you get this like strawberry flavor, kind of hits you. Then you get sort of the lemonade, sort of the citrusy aspect of that, and it's got a nice tanginess to it too, which I like. I like a lemonade with a little bit of bite to it. And when that kind of it doesn't really fade out, it still holds, but at a certain point it goes from being sort of a citrusy tang to more of a tropical tang. And that's where the pineapple kind of comes in. It's sadly the least prominent of the flavors at play. It almost just gives it more kind of like a tropical bite at the end. But it is really nice. I think the problem that the pineapple runs into, and it is there, let me emphasize, it's definitely there, you can taste it. I think the problem it runs into a little bit in terms of like being a more prominent flavor in this is that it's kind of sandwiched in the middle. Because you've got the sweetness from the strawberry, and then you've got the tartness from the lemonade. That's kind of what pineapple already does. It's a mix of, that sweetness and then, a little bit of a tartness to it, give that little bit of a bite. And so instead of really playing like a really prominent role, it kind of just gives an added boost to both sides. Makes the strawberry a little bit sweeter, makes that lemonade just a little bit, gives a little extra bite to it, and kind of changes the bite nature. Again, more of citrus to kind of a tropical aspect. I do still really like it though. Like it's a very, very tasty beverage. For me, I personally wish that the pineapple played a little bit more prominent of a role, but I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. All that said, folks, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. Absolutely. I think in both instances, even though for me, it isn't at the level of pineapple-ness that I would like, but then few things are, I do like the way they blended it. I think it's a really, really interesting, really nice blend. It's a nice lemonade, too. Like, that's the thing. Like, again, it really is a solid lemonade. It doesn't lose that lemonade aspect, which sometimes when you blend enough shit, it kind of does. But that's not the case here. It's nice, it's refreshing, it's got mixes of fruit, tartness, tropical. It's just a good time. There's nothing I dislike about that. If I'm recommending it to people, I would absolutely recommend it to people. I think it's just all around good. I think if you enjoy, I mean, you gotta enjoy lemonade because it's lemonade right off the bat. Excuse me, right off the bat. But at the same time, like it is adding something to the lemonade experience that I've never personally had from a lemonade. And I am somebody who, like I said, I like my lemonade. So for me, I think it's the only way you'd be disappointed is if you're kind of like me where you wanted the pineapple to play a bigger role. But even then, again, I do think it's really tasty and it's just a nice lemonade. So anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly pineapple-tastic rest of your life, because even when the pineapple isn't the most prominent player, it's always pineapple-tastic. 2 final things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be really just stressful and frustrating, and even on beautiful days like today, it can just be bullshit sometimes. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with that bullshit, it's important we at least try. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. very funnel thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you happen to have a favorite lemonade? Like, I'd love to hear about it, genuinely. I can talk lemonade, man. Like, and, I'm not even close to being an expert or anything, but it is one of those things, man. Like, I typically, if I run into a new lemonade, I'm gonna try me a new lemonade. It's just a wonderful thing. It's like the perfect drink for a hot day, and it's a thing of beauty. I love it. It's perfect in its simplicity. It's wonderful and amazing. And like I said, if you have one that's you're partial to or something like that, yeah, man, hit me up in the comments about it. Maybe I can go over there and try to find it. Maybe go over there and give it a go. I don't know. Anyway, bye.